junkies out there, I invite you to spend some time with me. I'm Johnny Allen, and this is the Johnny Allen Podcast Show. Hey, and the show does start now. I'm your host, Johnny Allen. This is the Johnny Allen Podcast Show. And if you missed me last week, I apologize, but I've been doing a little bit of work on the studio. As you can tell, new backdrop. You guys don't have to look at all my my pictures and all my artwork on the back of the wall back there. But we thought we would simplify it up a little bit. A new look through the show. Comment below, see if you like the sign. My wife actually made that sign for me. I appreciate that, Barbara Ann. She did a really nice job. The Johnny Allen Podcast Show, right there, the title on the top. If this is first time viewing and finding my channel, welcome aboard. First time subscribing, liking, I appreciate all that good stuff. Hitting the notification bell on the YouTube side. You guys know the routine by now. In case it's the first time you stop by my channel, I'm just an everyday, simple guy, live a simple life, and we talk about simple things in life. We talk about everyday life situations. We just chat for 30 minutes. I kind of tell you what's on my mind and what's going on, and you chime in, and we just have a bit of a conversation. And normally we drink coffee on the show every day, but today I am drinking... It's warm here in the Midwest, and I'm drinking a little bit of this. You guys probably wonder, what is it? Well, I'll show you what it is. Twisted tea. You got to be 21 or over to drink this stuff, so kids don't do this at home if you're under 21. Now, I just thought I'd have a little bit of the tea. I do like the 5% teas. I like that brand. I also like the Arnold Palmer brand. But I also, when I'm drinking coffee, I want to endorse my buddy's coffee. Here it is. WW Shot. I've been taking too many shots. No, I'm just kidding. I haven't really. www.shopdieselcoffee.com, guys. Look. Tim up there in Lansing, Michigan does a good job with this coffee. So if you're a coffee drinker, there you go. Read the description on this particular one. And he has a lot of them. Now, on the Facebook page, I have the links on the bottom. So you can go to my page on the Facebook side, and you can just click and order Diesel Coffee if you want to. Also, I recommend a podcast. A couple buddies of mine, one in particular, I don't know Daniel too well. Anyway, Box Kickers Talking Sports in Austin, Texas. That's Chris and Daniel down there. Hope you guys are doing well. If you're into sports and you want to hear a couple guys like me, but they're only talking about sports, they're talking about something probably something I don't talk about too much on this show. If you like the sports thing, go down and see Chris and Daniel, Box Kickers Talking Sports. Today I'm a little hungry, so I'm snacking on the air. Chewing away. Hope you guys don't mind. I'll just share today what I'm eating. I'm snacking on. There you go. Jimmy John's, Jimmy Chips, jalapeno flavored. There's nothing better when it's warm outside and drinking a nice cold beverage with something hot. Okay, just got to get this out of the way, and then we'll get rolling into the talking points. If you guys have some iced coffee out there or whatever you're drinking, cheers. Let's drink together here. Have a drink. All right, today I want to bring kind of a serious topic. Today, guys, I want to bring awareness to motorcycle awareness. Motorcycle awareness, right? And first of all, I would like to send my prayers out to Todd and his family. Todd is a good friend of mine and an acquaintance that I know through work. I've known him for several years. He just lost his son a few days ago in Florida due to a motorcycle accident. Very, very unfortunate. My prayers are with Todd and his family. I couldn't even imagine something like that. And I want to just bring attention and awareness to motorcycle awareness, right? Motorcycle awareness. Now, I used to ride. Maybe I'll share some pictures later on of my motorcycle and motorcycles. I used to ride a lot. I put it down, not literally put it down, thankfully, but I gave up riding the motorcycle about 3 years ago because of my eyesight, and I just didn't feel real secure on it anymore. I loved it. I love riding. I love everything about riding a motorcycle, but I had to give it up. And but anyway, my prayers and blessings, like I said, were Todd and anybody else who's been hurt or killed in a motorcycle accident. So I want to bring awareness to motorcyclists. Guys, if you're out there driving your car and you're texting or whatever, first of all, don't text or whatever. Please focus on motorcyclists. Be aware that they're out there, especially when the weather's warm and it's nice like now. It's summertime here in the United States. Let's be aware motorcyclists are all around you. You can't see them in blind spots and things like that. Okay, so really pay attention to people that are on motorcycles. And if you are a motorcyclist, drive them safely. Guys, really drive them safely because it takes a split second on a motorcycle to really do some damage or kill you. I mean, that's just the way it is. Back when I was riding, went through the A-Bait courses and all that good stuff. I've had some close calls. I've laid a bike down before years ago. I've accidentally got a bike out in a cornfield, and it wasn't an off-road bike. My street bike, I've had some close ones. Some of my friends have been in some pretty bad wrecks. Thankfully, they made it. Unfortunately, Todd's son did not make it, so it was a sad day. But anyway, I told him I would bring awareness to motorcyclists. Like I said, they're out there, guys. Really watch. And like I said, if you're on a bike, be careful. Just be real careful. I mean, it's so easy to go real fast on these motorcycles and stuff and drive crazy on a motorcycle. And if you got people in cars driving crazy, which they do because I see it every day, especially on 465 where I live around Indianapolis, Indiana. I mean, if you're doing 80, you're going too slow. I was going to band practice on Sunday. And I had this guy, I was in the middle lane. I'll share the story real quick. I was in the middle lane. I got 2006 Mustang GT. It's not too damn slow. It's got 435 horsepower. It's a 5-speed on the floor. The thing will move. I was cruising at 80 miles an hour. A little bit over 80 in the middle lane. Had this woman beside me in a minivan, and she's cruising about 85, 90. I got this jackass in a BMW, younger guy, come right up on my you-know-what. Just cruising right up there, getting up there really fast. I'm thinking, oh, Jesus, he's going to hit me or what? Then he darts over into the left lane, the fast lane, and he jumps right on the gal in the minivan, which just barely passed me. And, guys, this is a true story. This guy in the BMW probably just had enough room, maybe not even 20 feet, maybe 15 feet or so, and he darted, squeezed in between me and the gal in the minivan and got into my lane, squeezed over to the right. Damn near clipped me, right? Driving erratic as hell. There is no reason for that kind of driving. So you young people out there, or people in general that are driving like that, shut it off. Quit driving like that, man. Because you know what? You may think you're a badass and you're going to pass people up and you're in a big hurry to get wherever you think you're going. All right? But you know what you're going to end up doing? You're going to end up wrecking somebody else. You're going to wreck yourself. You're going to tear everything up. Your life's going to be a mess. Complete mess. Trust me, your life will be a mess. So let's be cognizant about our driving and be a polite driver, man. Don't be a rude driver, man. We got too many rude drivers out there. We just got too many rude people out there in general. Comment below if you don't agree with me. Kind of on a little bit of a rant today because there was no reason for my buddy's son to get killed on a motorcycle. People are just got to pay attention. They're not paying attention. They're driving erratically. They're irresponsible. They don't, frankly, give a shit. They just drive like crazy. So let's tone that down. Let's get a new attitude in life, new attitude about everything. Which drives me to my next talking point. This has been a tough year. Never, needless to say, right? Because of the pandemic going on, all these things, all these changes. I don't have to get into all the details of it, but it's been a really tough year. And on top of it, it's an election year. And it's going to be a heated election year. Because you got this one line drawn in the sand. And one party dares to step over the other party's line, right? And I've always been a neutral kind of guy when it comes to my politics. I don't share a lot of my politics. But what I'm getting at is it's going to be a wacky year. It's going to be messed up. Let's try to control ourselves whichever way the election goes. It's just going to be, and trust me when I say this, in November could be really wacky after November 3rd. Really, really wacky. So let's all be careful and be smart. Don't let our emotions override our reasoning and all that good stuff, brother. I just predict it's going to be going to be a wild one, and so I got to get another drink. Anyway, I hope you guys like the new backdrop. Speaking of the wackiness and the pandemic and everything, and how everything's changed, I've ordered some new equipment for the audio side of my podcast, and everything's on back order. Everything's on back order. Everything's on back order. I even ordered some parts for my car, and it's been on back order for a month. And it's like something years ago you would get in like 2 or 3 days. I'm not blaming anybody in particular for this, or anybody's in particular for this. It's not the postal system, because this stuff comes FedEx and UPS. It's just the overall whackness of probably COVID virus, right? Let's try one of these chips again, guys. Good. Yeah, you guys, if you guys like potato chips, I do recommend these Jimmy John's. Hope you don't mind me snacking on the show today. Kind of laid back show. I'm excited about where the podcast is going. But getting back to what I was talking about, it's been a kind of a wacky year, needless to say, right? Okay. And I've thought about this for a while. Like I said, we got an election coming up, and we got these protesters and rioters going on. It's not even protesting anymore. It's rioting. You guys know all about that. And that's another thing, too. I got a question for you guys. Why is this going on in the United States of America? Comment below. Why is this continuing? Why is this being allowed? Like I said, don't mind protesting and, making awareness of things that you feel passionate about. I won't get into all these issues. There's so many I won't have time to talk about them if I wanted to. But here's the thing. Why do we allow all the rioting and the violence to continue? Why is that happening in this country? I have my ideas, but if you guys feel like it, comment below on that. Should never happen here. I mean, you look at some of the videos on the news, especially at Portland. Portland's the big deal right now. You look at what's going on out there, and you would swear that we were in a war-torn Middle Eastern country or something. I just don't understand why this is being allowed. It just seems like the whole world is flipped upside down. Upside down. Completely upside down. Comment below on any of this stuff. Anyway, it's been a tough year. I'm reading where, probably because of the pandemic, the virus is probably causing a lot of this stuff. I know they said the other day that suicides have gone up in younger women, a lot more so. That's the category, younger women, which is kind of surprising. I didn't think that. I thought it would be younger adult males maybe, but women. Now, I lost a good friend of mine back in April, my best friend, really, through suicide. Never would have imagined that would ever happen. So it's real. I mean, I've experienced it firsthand with my best friend dying. So anyway, we got all these problems going on in 2020. And it's weird that today is, 2020. I am hoping and praying that next year and the year following gets a lot better. I'm not going to touch on the election thing or what's going to happen if so-and-so gets in, what's going to happen if so-and-so gets in. The only thing that does kind of concern me is, and I'm getting kind of political, which I don't normally do here, but I feel like this is important. I do feel like, whether you like Joe Biden or not, now years ago I did kind of like Joe Biden. I did like him. I thought he was pretty cool. This was before he was even vice president. I liked a lot of his stuff that he was talking about, just in casual interviews, what he was talking about. And, Joe owns a 67 Corvette. Now, he's wanting to get rid of gas and all this stuff. Does that mean he's going to get rid of a 67 Corvette? I don't think so. Just food for thought. I really don't think Joe's going to get rid of that 67 Corvette. Really nice, too. But anyway, what I'm getting back to as far as Mr. Biden goes is I've actually seen him just in 4 years that his mind is slipping, guys. That's all I got to say. His mind's slipping. Now, a lot of people are thinking, well, Trump's mind's not there and he's slipping too. And to be honest with you, I don't like either one of our choices. But you got to go with whoever you feel is the best. I'm not telling you who to go with. But be careful. I mean, I'm just really concerned about Joe Biden. And why would they even pick him to run in the DNC unless they want to get rid of him and have Kamala be the president? Just food for thought. I just think it's really crazy how Joe's even wanted to do it. I mean, I wouldn't want to be the president at my age. I wouldn't want to be the president at that age if I was Trump or Joe Biden. That's all I got to say on the political front. Comment below on anything I'm talking about today. Now, getting back to what I'm talking about, as far as 2020 being wacky, we already know it's wacky, 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 wacky. Pandemic, some people still don't have jobs. We got rioters and looters on the street. Now, this is another thing, too. I see these, and I try to shut down the social media and the news. It's on the news, but I got to look at it sometimes, right? What is it with these guys just coming up and hitting innocent white guys? Just coming up and punching them for no reason. Now, you can say whatever you want, guys, but it's right there. It's right there on video. They're chasing a guy now in Portland that did that. Okay, here's the whole thing with this whole racial thing. That's all I got to say about it. You cannot help how you're born. If you're born white, black, darker skin, lighter skin, you can't help who you are. You can't help it how you're born. And we need not to categorize people by the color of their skin, whether they're white, black, red, purple, green, no matter what they are, who they are. We need to respect human beings. And I don't understand the whole thing about all of a sudden hating all white people kind of thing going on when you had one bad cop do one bad thing. Or maybe several cops. I mean, it doesn't really matter. That doesn't really matter. And at the end of the day, we shouldn't be abusing another race, no matter who they are. And I'm seeing these poor white guys, teenage guys, and even the older guys getting punked on. One in Portland, one in the girl. I mean, you flip on. I mean, you guys don't believe me? Flip your phone on. Just look at all these postings. I saw this white kid in a supermarket. And he got slammed by this black girl. Now, she's pretty badass as far as like being tough. She was slamming this poor teenage white boy around. But why? What's the purpose of that? I mean, the white boy didn't do anything to her. Personally, he didn't do anything to her. That's what I mean. I don't understand what's going on in this wackiness and craziness and wackiness and craziness and wackiness and craziness. And I know that there's people that are really powerful and have a lot of money that are the ones that are creating it. And that's all I got to say about that. So young people, if you're watching my program, just be careful on who you are being influenced by, because they got a bigger agenda and one that's going to end up biting you again and biting you in the rear end at the end of the day. Now, really listen to what I'm saying. It's true. But anyway, through all that stuff right there going on, to get on a little bit of a light note, it's a beautiful day in the Midwest. It's a beautiful day in Indiana. It's like 78 degrees right now. Beautiful blue sky. Absolutely gorgeous day today. It was a gorgeous day. Hopefully you're taking advantage of the gorgeous weather, the nice weather that we're having, at least here in the Midwest, okay? Also, I talk about Shawn James. Shawn James has a channel called My Self-Reliance. He's up in Canada. I think you guys have heard me talk about him many times before. He just released a video, and I'll try to share that. I will share that. He did a video about explaining life and how to live every day. And I just love the way he is a nice philosopher, really. He's not terribly highly educated like this guy that talks up here. He talks in plain language that we all can understand, but he's really bright on how he thinks about life. He really has it going on when his philosophy on life and how we should live. And it's just his opinion. You can live any way you want, at least so far. And but I'll share that link below. It's just really nice what he said, especially when you start approaching 50 years old or older. And I know young people probably don't understand that yet, right? I didn't understand when I was 20. When I was 20 and I was 30, now even when I was 40, I'm like, 50, 60, I'll be old and who cares, right? Okay, the whole thing is life is precious. Like, you look at my buddy Todd. You look what happened with his son. And I lost, like I said, my good friend in April through suicide. I've lost a lot of family members. I'm getting ready to lose another family member. I mean, here's the thing. What if you're told by your doctors you only have 3 months to live and you really love this person? Okay. I mean, comment below. How do you talk to this person? What do you say to them now that they know they only have 90 days to live? Um, serious stuff, right? Serious stuff. You guys have known people that have died suddenly or dying as we get older. Now we know everybody's going to die, right? It's just going to happen. So escaping it. But while we're here on this planet and we're sharing life together, let's make the best of our lives together. Let's take the time out, talked about this before, to call, text, loved ones, family members. Enjoy every day. Soak in the beautiful weather, all this stuff, people, because you don't know when it's going to be your last one. Especially this year, as wacky, like I said, as it's been with a pandemic, thousands of people dying from coronavirus, people dying from suicides, people just killing people because of their skin color. Okay, I mean, you guys get it. It's just stupid, crazy stuff going on. So at the end of the day, how do we deal with this? So what does it do? Is there a bright spot beyond all this or behind all this? And it is getting closer to your family, getting closer to nature, getting closer to life, enjoying life, soaking it all in. That's really what it is, guys. That's really what it is. And I got a couple last talking points before I get off here. Thanks again for checking out the rerun last week. I did a late night podcast. I wasn't going to do it because I've been working on the studio. And I've been working with the Crossroads Saints, and I'll talk a little bit. I'll get you guys up to snuff on what's going on with that here in a minute. But I've been doing all this stuff, and I thought, well, I'll sit out by the fire. If you guys didn't watch it, it's last week's. Check it out. Sit by the fire, and I talk about life. I talk about just what I'm talking about today. How it's so precious. Enjoy every moment. Spend quality time with the kids, family, blah, 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 on down the line. And I got reiterated with that this week when Todd lost his son to a motorcycle accident, okay? That's my point. Like I said, got a loved one, 3 months to live. He just got diagnosed. You only got 3 months, then you're gone. That's heartbreaking news. How do what do you say to people that have that problem? If you got that problem, what do you do? Well, I think if I was told that, I'm just going to enjoy life as long as I can. So the bottom line is today, guys, if you get anything out of what I'm saying, enjoy life, respect one another, love one another, okay? Because this world, which I'll get to now, the next talking point, this is an upside-down world we live in. What used to be normal is not normal anymore. It's completely flipped upside down, this whole world. It's almost like living in the Twilight Zone. What now is to be perceived is normal, and I'm not going to get into all the details. You guys know if you guys are 50 years or 40 years old and older, maybe 40 and older, maybe 30 and older. I would say if you're 30 or less, it's probably the new norm to you. But we have so many things now, quote unquote, that are normal now and almost mainstream now and almost like it's just what it is now. And it's various subjects. I'm not going to get into it. And it's just weird. I'm just bringing it up because the world is flipped upside down. Like I said, what used to be normal is not normal. And that's with a lot of things. It's just really strange times that we're living in right now. I've been thinking about this for a while now. I mean, I'm almost 60 years old. I'm about less than 3 years away. And in the last 10 years, especially 20 years, I've noticed a hell of a lot of changes. I mean, I couldn't imagine what's going on today back then would actually be true today. If someone told me 20 years ago or 30 years ago that X, Y, and Z and A, B, C, D, and E was all going to be the mainstream and there was no filters and you got to believe this way or believe that way and this is gone and this is in and all these things, I would have never believed it. Now, being kind of blunt about it, I would never believed it, right? Would never believed it. I tell you, I mean, I love my life. I love everything, and I love everything about my life, and I hopefully have more life to live, the Lord willing. And I don't have a lot of regrets. I have a few regrets, but the main thing is I'm going to keep living my life to the fullest, till the end, right? I'm going to just keep trying to live the best I can. I hope things don't change too radically the next few years, but they might. They've already changed radically already. And I'm just kind of riding the wave, going with the punches, right? Kind of thing. But it's very strange. Very strange. Very, very strange. And you guys know what I'm talking about. It's not just one thing either. It's a lot of things, right? Anyway, I want to end with catch you up on the music project. Kind of a bright note. I'm excited. We've been in the studio. Crossroads Saints is who I'm talking about. We've been in the studio for about a month. We've completed almost 6 songs. We have 14. Going to start up a website probably this weekend or next week. Anyway, it's exciting stuff. The material's really great, and I can't wait to get it out on the website. As soon as the website's up, we're going to start loading songs up a little at a time. When the pandemic's over, we hope to get back out, start playing some gigs, getting out there, showcasing the band, because I'm really excited about the band. Really excited about what's going on with the band. The music is fantastic. It's just different than what we've done. I've had to step up to the plate on my playing. We're Daryl and I and Mike are really pushing each other. And we welcome our friend Mark on board doing a lot of the guitar work. He stepped up and helped us out with the recording process. He is helping us out with supplying the guitar instrumentation to these tunes. And, we're just kind of bringing back old school, but yet it's different. And I'm excited when it comes out for you guys to listen to it. Thanks for supporting the group, too. My little hopeful band brothers, we want to get back together and play. We just don't know when yet. But we hope to get out there and play again as soon as the pandemic's over. Like I said, wacky days, wacky times. We'll kind of review what I talked about today. Stay close to your loved ones. Keep in touch with people. Make time, because you never know what's your last, right? Motorcycle awareness. I want to bring up motorcycle awareness, the main thing right now. Motorcycle awareness. Look out. Motorcyclists are everywhere, right? So look out for them. Slow the hell down on the highways, guys. Come on, BMW people, or whoever you were. Driving like that. Anybody is driving. It's not even BMWs. It's a lot of people. Let's slow it down a little bit. We're in a hurry to get to. Slow down and just relax. That's it. All right? All right, get your dieselcoffee.com. Get your dieselcoffee.com. Get your diesel coffee at www.dieselcoffee.com. All right, guys. I will have guests. Or one of my buddies asked me the other day, John, when are you bringing the guest in? Well, I wanted to bring them in the studio, but my studio is pretty small, and with the distancing thing, I don't feel like wearing a mask, and the guest's wearing a mask, so we're going to do some Skyping stuff, but like I said, I'm waiting for the equipment to come in through the mail or through UPS. Anyway, I'm Johnny Allen. Thanks again for liking and subscribing to the channel. And you know what? I'm going to see you next week, the good Lord willing. Let me know what you think about the sign my wonderful wife made back there. Man, I love that sign. Johnny Allen Podcast Show. She just did it on her own. She had this piece of board and said, I'm not sure what to do with that. I said, well, honey, make me a sign. Put the Johnny Allen Podcast Show on there. She goes, how do you want me to do it? I said, just do it however you want. That's kind of the way I am. Anyway, you guys, take care of each other. Love each other. What's come on, Portland, and you guys out there, you young gangs, whippersnappers out there trying to prove a point, let's just calm it down out there. Come on. If you think it's bad, go to North Korea or someplace. Come on. The thing is, these young people think they experienced the world, but they haven't experienced the world. Go overseas to a communist country if you think it's so freaking bad here. I'm just saying. Don't destroy a bed that you're laying in. We got a nice bed here. It could be made a little bit tighter and better, but there's other ways, like I said, to do that. Come on. And whoever's paying you, tell them to take the money and shove it up their ass. All right, we gotta end this craziness. Okay, really. Love you guys. I'll see y'all next week.